action. This is okay. We're ready. We're going live.
Internet?
We're finally going live.
Internet, is that you?
I think we've gone live. I have no idea where it's gonna start from there, but we actually we have a signal.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. So sorry for the technical issues, but we are currently running this off my mobile hotspot because my internet has just decided to kill itself, apparently, just in time for the live stream. So, hello.
Hi. Hello.
There's actually people. Look, Virginia's actually here. It's actually working.
Everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
How's everyone doing? Oh boy. Okay.
Who's ready for a dog?
Yes, we're jumping. We were going to
delayed dog.
Yes, hold on. Let me see if I. Yeah, you want to find her?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sweet. Okay, we are. Things are actually working now. Let's grab the webcam.
Y'all want a dog? Okay.
There's the dog. There's Winnie. Winnie.
Sit.
Hello.
Sit. He's like, what is that? What is that? Winnie, come here.
Winnie, we're trying to give you a treat. Say hi to the camera.
Okay, well, she's not gonna sit. What about Finn? Spin. Spin.
Oh no. That was a note from Winnie.
Okay. Finn. Finn. Or just leave. She was doing this earlier.
I don't think Winnie quite has the turning radius in here. Oh, hold on. She's doing it out there.
Girl, good girl.
Oh, there we go. Okay. There we got the Winnie cameo.
As promised.
All right.
Good girl, baby.
Let's set that there. Winnie's still she's just right there, but all right.
Oh, wow, look at that Aries chat.
Yep.
Oh, there's other people in there.
Yes,
as well.
there are actually other people in there. All right, so there we go. Obligatory dog cameo,
yes.
And with that, I think we will. Oh, okay.
Sheridan.
Oh, that would be Clayton. That would be Clayton.
Yep. Name this account in 6th grade. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, so what? No, 7th grade, I think. Oh, I think we're actually back. Somehow it still says we have 0 kilobytes per second, but it's not enough. It's trying. It's really trying, folks. It is really trying, and I am so sorry, everyone. My internet connection is normally much more stable than this.
Oh. Hello. Can anyone hear us?
Okay. I think we've got a green connection now, but okay, that might be stabilizing. No, it's just on the top of it.
Got it.
You can rub it from it, but okay, we've got a better connection now.
Hello?
Just hold, please.
I'm sorry, Marjorie.
Yeah. we try to make this at a good time for our international, listeners, but
it's never been this bad.
Yeah. Okay. That looks like it might be stabilizing.
Everyone,
okay, we're back. We're back. Okay.
Please come through. Go, Israel!
Virginia's trying to cheerlead my poor router. Hold you.
Okay.
Okay. I think it might be stable enough now. We can risk starting episode 48.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Internet.
We really do, and we would love it if it would stick around.
Let's go.
Okay. I think we are steady enough. We'll finally get started with the first episode. Welcome, everyone. We are so sorry, but this is something beyond our control, I think, so we're going to get started with the first episode and just go from there. So here we are, episode 48. This episode of the Sheridan Tapes was made possible by our supporters on Patreon. Mitch Garads, Isidro Carvalho, Val S., and Charles Durand. If you'd like to support the show as well, please go to patreon.com/homesteadcorner. For as little as $1 a month, you get early access to ad-free versions of episodes, a special weekly behind-the-scenes podcast, and patron-only AMA live streams. Before we get started, this episode contains discussions and depictions of police violence and corruption, mild dissociation, strong language, and character betrayal. Content warnings and a full transcript are available in the show notes.
Welcome, one and all, to the 2018 Oslo County Police Department Christmas Party. I want to take a moment to thank you all for being here tonight. For those taking time off and spending the holidays with friends and family, thank you for joining us for one more night. And for everyone else who isn't going home for Christmas, thank you. Thank you for holding the line for the rest of us. I owe you all a drink come New Year's. Now, I know you all came here to celebrate, and my speeches have a tendency to end up a bit somber, so I'll be brief. As many of you know, I've put on a Christmas party for this department every year since I became chief for one very simple reason. This season is about shining a light into the darkest nights of the year, combining our wills against the shadow and cold of winter and saying, no, you will not prevail. We will endure. And that's what we do, every day. And it takes all of us, every single person in this room, standing shoulder to shoulder against the chaos and violence that's always there, just waiting for our vigilance to slip. Some people think we take our jobs too seriously, that we shouldn't do everything it takes to protect the safety of our homes and families, that we should just roll over and let people try to protect themselves. Yeah, well, we all know how that would end. Just like we know that the sacrifices of each and every officer in this department is the only thing standing between Oslo County and total anarchy. We are the light that shines in the darkness, and we will endure. And on that note, I'd like to raise a toast to you by way of a short poem. I know it's unconventional, but it's always been a personal favorite of mine, and I hope that it can offer you some encouragement as well. But where was the child delaying? On the homeward way was he, and across the dike while the sun was up, an hour above the sea. He was stopping now to gather flowers, now listening to the sound, as the angry waters dashed themselves against their narrow bound. Ah, well for us, said Peter, that the gates are good and strong, and my father tends them carefully, or they would not hold you long. You're a wicked sea, said Peter. I know why you fret and chafe. You would like to spoil our lands and homes, but our sluices keep you safe. But hark! Through the noise of waters comes a low, clear trickling sound. And the child's face pales with terror, and his blossoms drop to the ground. He is up the bank in a moment, and stealing through the sand, he sees a stream not yet so large as his slender, childish hand. 'Tis a leak in the dike. He is but a boy, unused to fearful scenes. But young as he has learned to know the dreadful thing that means. A leak in the dike, the stoutest heart grows faint that cry to hear, and the bravest man in all the land turns white with mortal fear. For he knows the smallest leak may grow to a flood in a single night, and he knows the strength of the cruel sea when loosed in its angry might. And the boy, he has seen the danger, and shouting a wild alarm, he forces back the weight of the sea with the strength of his single arm. He listens for the joyful sound of a footstep passing nigh, and lays his ear to the ground to catch the answer to his cry. And he hears the rough winds blowing and the waters rise and fall, but never an answer comes to him, save the echo of his call. He sees no hope, no succor. His feeble voice is lost. Yet, what shall he do but watch and wait, though he perish at his post? So faintly calling and crying till the sun is under the sea, crying and moaning till the stars come out for company. He thinks of his brothers and sisters, asleep in their safe warm bed. He thinks of his father and mother, of himself as dying and dead, and of how, when the night is over, they must come and find him at last. But he never thinks he can leave the place where duty holds him fast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You okay over there, Sam?
What? Yeah. Is he always like that?
Bill, we met at the briefing last week.
Right. Is Morrison always that intense?
Only when he's had a few. I mean, I've met sad drunks and angry drunks and funny drunks, but Morrison's the only person I know who gets more serious when he's drinking.
Of course he is.
I'm sure he does actually feel that way. It just doesn't come up much, you know. He just really believes in what we're doing here.
What about you?
What about me?
Do you believe in it?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, we're keeping people safe and we're helping the community, and that's... Yeah, I do. Lieutenant Bill Tyler, Oslo County Police Department, recording November 7th, 2019 at 4:23 p.m.
Bill, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Weren't you supposed to be working late again?
Morrison let me leave early.
Huh. Well, dinner's still about 30 minutes out if you're hungry.
That's fine. I'm gonna go lie down for a minute.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Just I just have a bit of a headache.
Oh, Bill, I'm sorry. Do you need?
I just need to lie down. Please, just keep working on dinner.
Yeah, sure. Just let me know if you need anything, okay?
God fucking damn it. Morrison killed Anna. He sent Sam on a wild goose chase that almost got him killed. And he knew he wouldn't find anything. And I just stood there, defending him to Sam like some kind of...
Bill, are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't come in here.
What was that noise?
I punched the fucking wall, all right?
Jesus, Bill, are you okay? Why is the door locked, Bill?
It's okay, Rob. I'm fine. I just needed to let that out. Please, just I need to be alone for a little bit.
Bill,
Just go away!
Oh. All right.
Rob, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, shit. Nice work, Tyler. Now you've really done it. No, he must have had a reason to kill her. She probably didn't give him a choice. She must have threatened him. No. If it was self-defense, he could have gotten away with it. He would have told. He should have told someone. And if this was all about settling some old score, then what the hell is Rob doing here? Rob, what are you doing?
Oh, look who decided to show his face. I thought you wanted to be left alone.
What are you doing?
Oh, this? Well, I was making chicken parm for dinner, but since you weren't going to be here, I figured it wasn't worth the effort. Think I'll order some pizza instead. You want some?
Oh, Christ, Rob, just stop, okay? You're acting like a...
Like what? A child? Well, maybe I am. I don't think you can throw stones on that front, Mr. Glasshouse.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? But it's been really tough these last few weeks, and the least you can do is...
It's been tough for you, has it? I've barely seen you for the past 2 weeks. Do you have any idea what it's like, sitting up at night, wondering if you're alive or dead out there?
Well, at least I didn't quit the moment things got hard. At least I didn't leave you to deal with Morrison on your own.
Don't you ever say that to me again. I asked you to leave. You chose to ignore me. That's on you.
I didn't have... There were other things I needed to... Fuck.
What happened, Bill? What's going on with you?
You were right. You were right about all of it. I knew it from the start, and they finally convinced me.
Who's they?
I can't tell you.
Bill, look at me. Whatever this is, it's hurting you. I can see it every day. It's tearing you up inside, and so long as you don't tell me, it's hurting me too.
Look, you don't have to.
Bill, just listen to me for a few minutes, okay? Just don't say anything. You can keep this a secret if you want. I can't force you to tell me anything, and I really don't want to try. But I'll still know it's there. I'll know there's a pain I can't take away, and I can't do anything to fix. And I'll keep knowing that for as long as you keep it a secret from me. I'll do what I can to make it better. I'll try to make it easier for you to avoid. Try not to mention anything that reminds you of it. But eventually, I'll get tired of walking on eggshells around you. I'll grow to resent whatever is keeping us apart. Then I'll start to resent myself for letting it happen, and finally, I'll start resenting you. And the worst part is, I'll want to keep that from you too. So we'll both end up lying to each other, pretending to be okay. And then sooner or later, one of us will decide we can't do it anymore. And we'll go our separate ways. Maybe on good terms, maybe not. Maybe months or years or decades from now. Or maybe it'll never happen. Maybe we'll just stay together, letting that resentment fester. But whatever happens, it started here. Alternatively, you could tell me what's going on with you. You could be honest about what you're going through and let me try to help you. I might not know what to do, but at least we'd know I was trying to help. And whenever it gets too much for me to handle, well, I'll let you know that too. And even if we don't know how to help each other, we'll both be trying our best. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I need. I don't need you to be superhuman. I don't want you to be strong or brave or perfect all the time. I want you to be here with me. All of you. The good and the bad. For better or worse.
You're right. Of course, you're right.
Try not to sound so surprised.
Morrison is planning something. Some kind of experiment to cut off, well, all of the supernatural things happening in Oslo permanently.
And that's bad?
Yeah. Sam is... he's some kind of doppelganger. Kind of like the Echo, but not. It's complicated, but if Morrison's test works, then
it'll kill him?
Worse than that. You remember what happened to all the Echoes?
Jesus, that's what would happen to Sam?
That's what everyone seems to think. That, or Morrison might mess it up and make things worse.
How long have you known?
Since last Saturday. I followed Ned out onto the flats and figured out everything.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought they had a plan to stop it. I thought I could just run out the clock and let them, take care of it. So I didn't tell you. I didn't want you to worry, but I'm sorry. I should have said something.
Who's they?
All of them? Everyone's back in Oslo now. They're trying to figure this out. Kate and Maria, you remember Anna's girlfriend, and Sam too.
Sam's back?
Yeah. They're all staying at Jerry's place. They're trying to figure out a plan. That's where I've been going the last couple days. And earlier today, Maria found something on one of Anna's tapes. It brought a lot of things into focus.
You mean all this time you've been what? Helping Sam stay hidden? Oh my God. I almost thought you were cheating on me.
You thought I was what?
I said I almost thought you were. Wait, one of Anna's tapes? I thought they were destroyed.
That... I kind of lied about that too. But that was definitely the right call.
Why? What was on the tape?
It was just Anna. She was talking about her dad. He used to work with Morrison. They had a falling out, apparently. A really bad one. And I think he killed Anna because of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did Is that why you stayed on with the department? To spy on Morrison?
No, it's not. I wish I could say that, but I genuinely thought I was doing the right thing. Even after what he did to Sam, I thought it was... I thought we were helping people, keeping them safe.
Do you think so now?
No. I don't. I don't think I've really believed that for a long time now.
And are you gonna quit now?
Look, I'm really tired, Rob. I don't think this is the best...
Bill.
Of course I am. I can't keep doing this anymore. I should have quit 6 months ago.
I am so proud of you, Bill. Are you okay?
Mostly, yeah.
Oh shit, the pasta's boiling over.
What was that about, just ordering pizza?
Well, let's just say that somebody changed my mind about that. Oh, would you mind running to the store really quick? I just dumped our last can of tomato sauce down the drain.
Anything for you, my love.
Everything okay?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Hey. Come in. Ah, Tyler. Good to see you. I was just about to call you.
Save it! Why didn't you tell me?
Tell you what?
Don't play dumb, Morrison. It doesn't suit you.
I'm not. You just haven't specified what you're talking about.
Well, let's start small then. LaRoe.
What about LaRoe?
Where to begin? First off, that's not his real name. Second, he's not even human. Third, he's a shape-shifting psychopath you put in the morgue less than a year ago.
Oh, so you saw him change, did you? Well, I'm sorry about that. I didn't think you would be comfortable working with him if you knew.
You can say that.
But after all the good work you did with Sam, I thought you might be able to keep him more grounded than he would be otherwise. I'm sure you understand it was in everyone's best interest.
Oh, no. We're not done. I didn't just see him change, Morrison. I followed him out onto the flats. I saw your little experiment. I know what you're trying to do.
You did you? That's unfortunate, but not entirely unexpected. I figured you would catch on sooner or later. What did you think we were doing with the monsters after you dealt with them?
Then why keep it a secret? Why did you lie about it?
I didn't. That information was simply need to know.
But why?
Because people still can't accept the existential danger these things represent. And it's better they don't know what we need to do in order to protect them. Just that we do it. If they learn the truth, well, humanity's capacity for empathy is truly remarkable. People might begin to pity the creatures we've captured.
Why shouldn't they? Half of them don't even look like monsters in the first place. I mean, for God's sake, Sam
was the most dangerous and insidious being I've ever encountered. He could have killed millions the same way he killed the Echo. But he looked and acted completely human. If he had been on our side, he would have been the perfect weapon. As it turned out, he was a walking, talking calamity, just waiting to happen. I know you're not proud of what you did to him, but your actions prevented disaster.
And what about Anna, huh? Did murdering her keep anyone safe?
Killing Anna? What are you talking about?
Stop lying to me. You knew her dad, you hated him, and you killed her to get back at him.
Bill, these wild and baseless allegations are verging dangerously close to insubordination. If you don't back down, I'll have no choice but to relieve you of duty.
God, what a fucking cliche.
Excuse me?
You can't fire me. I quit.
What is this?
Letter of resignation. I've had it in my desk for 6 months now, but I just kept talking myself out of handing it in. I almost did it when Rob quit, but I just couldn't let go. Sir? What the hell are you doing?
Same thing I always do in situations like this. Destroying the evidence.
Chief, you can't just...
What, Tyler? Can't decide what's best for my officers? Can't use my own discretion? Can't protect this county? This country? In the way I see fit? It seems I'm the only one who can, especially with you going soft the moment you see your first bit of collateral damage. We're at war, Tyler. Always have been, whether you believe it or not. How's Sam doing, by the way? Still having nightmares?
What? No, he's, you said it yourself, he's dead, so he...
Now you're the one who's playing dumb. I know you're smarter than that, but do try to play on my level for a moment, will you? You know about Andrew Sheridan. You know about his history in Oslo. The only way you could possibly know that is from one of Anna's tapes. 11436, was it? So, you have the tapes. The ones you told me Sam destroyed. Which means you were covering for him that night, which means I can't trust anything you've told me. Ergo, Samuel Isaac Bailey is still alive. You didn't kill him when you were supposed to. You're working with him instead, trying to bring me down.
No, that's not... Look, I quit, okay? I'm out. You don't need to worry about me anymore.
I'm afraid I very much need to worry about you, Bill. It's like I tried to tell Sam. If you're not with me on this, then you're in my way.
Ned! How did you...
I called him the moment you started banging on my door. He heard everything.
Ned, look, you can't seriously be okay with this. Not after everything we've been through.
I'm sorry, Bill. But it was always going to end like this. I think we both knew that.
Oh, shit.
I suggest you come quietly, Tyler. The station's pretty empty, and I don't want this to get any messier than it has to. Besides, even if someone did hear you scream, they wouldn't dare try to stop me.
The Sheridan Tapes, Episode 48, Your Shadow at Evening. Starring Jesse Steele as Bill Tyler, Chris Martin as Robert Quincy, Trevor Van Winkle as Sam Bailey, Mike Kennedy as Edgar Morrison, and Ezra J. Wayne as Ned LaRoe, with original music by Jesse Haugen. Written by Trevor Van Winkle and produced by Virginia Spots and Trevor Van Winkle, and made possible by our supporters at patreon.com/homesteadcorner and at ko-fi.com/homesteadcorner. Visit thesheridantapes.com to view additional content, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, and connect with us on Twitter at Sheridan Tapes and on Instagram at The Sheridan Tapes. I'm Trevor Van Winkle, this is Homestead on the Corner, and you're listening to The Sheridan Tapes.
There we go, and we're back.
Hello.
All right, episode 48. And now we're going to have about 10 minutes of questions and answers. Slightly off where the schedule was to start with, but, you know, we can't really change that, so...
Yeah, thank you again for hanging in there. Glad we got through 48. We're on our way.
Yeah, it seems like things have stabilized, so...
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and, yeah, send us any questions in the chat, and we'll answer as many as we can. But, yeah, that was a big episode for this season, and, yeah, a lot of things I'm really proud of in that.
That episode makes me so tense.
How are we feeling now that the season's over?
It hasn't quite sunk in yet, because we're still, like, doing this, but I'm really happy that it's all on the internet now. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still it's still sinking in for me a little bit more because I'm still kind of getting over the burnout that I slightly pushed myself into getting the edits on these last two done. But I'm feeling really good. I'm really proud of what we accomplished, how these episodes turned out, how the story unfolded. So I'm overall feeling good about it. Feeling happy.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to celebrate with Virginia actually being here will probably make this seem like a actually celebrating it and taking a moment to just enjoy this this place we're in will definitely kind of help it sink in for sure.
Yeah, this is so nice.
Yeah.
I a few hours after 5 p.m. when the episode came out, my husband and I were driving through the Mount Shasta area on our way up here, and it was smoky because there's wildfires, and the full moon was like orangey red, so it was pretty ominous. Shasta let me pass through. It's nice to be here, and it's lovely in Medford today.
Yeah.
Why, Bill? Why? That's a good question.
No, Virginia, it's all caps, so it's why? Why?
Sorry for screaming in the mic. Yes, thank you, Trevor, for stepping away. That was a better choice.
Oh, yeah.
And Ned is twerking to the outro. That is canon in my head, at least. Why did y'all decide on that particular poem for this episode's cold open? That was one that I presented to Trevor. It's a story that I was familiar with from my childhood, somehow from some book. And I found the poem just looking around, like, I was looking for...
Probably episode titles, right? Or...
Yeah, that was, like, one of them that I came across. And I thought that would be interesting for Morrison to read and for him to heavily, weirdly identify with.
And identify a little bit too much, honestly. Yeah. But...
A little too much.
Yeah, so you brought me that poem, said we should use it at some point in the season, and then I came up with the conceit of it's at the office Christmas party, Morrison's had a couple, and it decides to read this out to the whole department. So, yeah, it was kind of, just kind of a way to, one, illuminate Morrison's kind of interior state and kind of how he sees himself, and 2, showing how, at least at the start of the season, and kind of explain why Bill feels the way he does about the police department. Because that was really the point of this episode, because we, you know, we kind of knew when writing the season a lot of people would be kind of pissed off at Bill for a lot of the choices he was making, and for the way he was continuing to defend someone who was clearly a monster. And so this was really important for us to kind of slow it down, really get inside Bill's head, and finally kind of like dig into why is he feeling this way about Morrison, and what is it that will finally break him out of this excuse-making loop, basically. So yeah, that was kind of where that cold open came from between the two of us.
And yes, I have read poetry while slammered at a party. That was my early.
I can't say I ever have, but that's because I've never been slammed at a party. So
you're not missing much. It hurts the next day and in the moment. Let's see. We did not see Lumerians. The creepiest lights that I saw were just the street lights that were all like foggy and spooky. So that was enough on its own.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And rolling back slightly because the chat is going off a little bit. On the why Bill why question, we've talked about this a little bit on the Patreon podcast and other things, but we do think it has a lot to do with his abandonment issues, with, you know, his family figuring out, you know, that he was bi and dating Rob and rejecting him because of that, and wanting kind of a structure and you know, kind of, in a really weird sense, sort of what he felt could kind of replace a family. He felt like he needed that and was defending it because, no, this is good. They accept me for who I am. You know, myself and my partner, we both work here and they accept us, and this is fine. This is fine. Everything's a little bit kind of not great morally, but we can overlook a lot of things, and, you know, so long as, you know, we feel like we belong here.
Yeah, I think he left behind his religion, but he didn't leave behind his fundamentalism.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. How did y'all come up with Bill and, by extension, Rob's backstory? The element, I think, of Bill being an ex-Mormon and being rejected by his family, that was, I think that was came along pretty early in the the initial development of the series, like in the first couple of episodes when I started figuring out character bios. Yeah, I think that backstory was kind of just part of that initial development, so I don't know entirely where it came from. We knew there would be some elements of, you know, kind of, you know, dealing with that, like, religious fundamentalism, and where it clashes with, you know, people's, you know, relationships and identities, and, you know, working through that, you know, both with Bill and with Kate now. But yeah, that's kind of where that came from. It was very early in the development process. That was always kind of the backstory that was in mind for Bill, even though it didn't really come forward until this season.
Oh, Shay, that's a good comment. I love the irony in that he sort of found his people with Kate, Sam, and the gang, and he somewhat distanced himself from them in a sort of self-sabotage. Exactly, yeah. And I've been there too. Yeah. Accurate behavior for someone damaged by people he loves. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Why Mormonism and not another fundamentalist religion? Vibes? What is there?
It was kind of, I had a lot of I think at that point when I was like writing out the backstories of all these characters, I had a lot of people who grew up in, you know, kind of conservative Christian evangelical cultures or Catholicism, and, you know, just wanted to add a little bit of variety into the backstories. You know, I've had friends who are both, you know, Mormons and ex-Mormons. I know that the Mormon Church does not have, you know, a great track record with LGBTQ issues and acceptance. People, like most religions, don't. But yeah, it was also, you know, that wanting to put him in a different geographic location in terms of his backstory. It being, you know, Nevada and Utah being fairly close. So that was kind of where that decision was made, just to add a little bit of, you know, variety, so it wasn't all just what centered around,
Yes, we have religious drama. Yes, we're going to air it out in story. Yeah.
Yes.
Shay. Yeah, I had a Jehovah's Witness friend growing up.
Yeah. So that's kind of where that element of Bill's character came from, and this, that episode just gave it. Well, these last couple episodes were where we finally had a chance to talk that through and get that backstory and more understanding of Bill and Rob. So I was really glad that we were able to do that this season, because it's kind of just existed in the back of our heads for a while now, and just kind of as subtext for Jesse, because Bill is not a person who likes to talk about his past very much, like a lot of these characters. And since a lot of the story, even the Bill-centric episodes were, he was usually with another person, either whether it was, for most of the season it was Ned, and then for that one episode he was with Morrison. He didn't get any real chances to be by himself and introspective like a lot of the other characters did.
That's a good point.
This season, because
he's like constantly around other people.
Yeah, which again, that's that's Bill's defense mechanism is be around other people enough that you don't have to think about your own pain.
Ooh, yeah.
Bill did. Yeah, Phil. He seems very happy-go-lucky at first, but it's covering up a lot of stuff, honestly.
But Doctor, I am Pagliacci. Just gotta say, the writing for Rob is A+. He's impossible to not love. I agree. Trevor's written Rob almost all of the time. I think I have written Rob one time.
I think you wrote that. You wrote the voicemail where we first hear Rob and know it's Rob.
Both Antiques Roadshow references were from me. That's right. Yeah.
Really want to bring that Antiques Roadshow thing.
I don't know why that. I watched it maybe a handful of times in high school. Must have made an impression.
I guess so. Yeah. But no, it was really. I really loved liking Rob. There are a lot of parallels between him and Alan, just in terms of just being too sweet and kind for this world, and really trying to help their partner through a lot of very difficult stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed how that work came together. That episode was, I was really proud of how that script turned out, and especially of Chris and Jesse's performance on that. That was really the first really extended scene they'd ever done together.
That's true.
So they absolutely killed it. So
we do all need a Rob in our life. I'm married to a Rob. Yeah, his name is Conrad, but he's a Rob. Yeah.
All right. I think, it's been about 10 minutes. I think we will go ahead and get started on episode 49, see if we can keep this thing moving along swiftly. So we are now into the first part of the season finale. I hope you all enjoy. My mouse is being weird. All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone. Trevor here, writer and producer of The Sheridan Tapes. Just popping in before the first part of our Season 2 finale with a quick reminder that our sister podcast, Tales of the Echowood, is currently crowdfunding on Kickstarter. The show is a 10-part fantasy storytelling anthology written by myself and starring Sam Taylor, our brilliant Dr. Ren Park, with all new original music by our incredible composer, Jesse Hagen. We've got some great rewards for our backers, and trust me, you won't want to miss out on what's in store for this series. Check it out now at echowoodpod.com. The Kickstarter campaign runs now until August 12th, 2021 at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Before we get started, this episode contains depictions and discussions of grief and loss, brief depictions of psychological torture, strong language, and loud noises including screams. Content warnings and a full transcript are available in the show notes.
Keep it down, Russell. It's 3 in the goddamn morning.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Who is that? What time is it?
I was just going to
What the
check.
hell's going on out here? Who's Russell barking
What
at?
do you all think I'm trying to check? Everyone get back in your rooms before whoever's out there hears you.
Right.
Sorry, Jerry. Ugh, just get him to be quiet.
Maria?
Fine.
God, how on earth did I end up babysitting? Jeez Louise. Yeah, I'm coming. Rob, what's going on?
Sorry. No, I know it's late, but is Bill here?
Bill, no, why would he be here?
I'm sorry, Jerry, but he told me that Sam and Kate and Maria are here, and then he left the house, and I haven't seen him in hours, and I'm worried.
It's okay, Jerry. You can let him in.
Sam?
Yeah. Come on. Russell, be nice. It's just Rob, everyone. You can come out now.
Wait, it's who?
Bill's boyfriend. He's here to...
I'm so glad you're okay, Sam.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob. You too. Look. What happened? Where's Bill?
I don't know. He came home upset, and then he told me everything. He finally decided he was going to quit the department, and then I asked him to go get some more tomato sauce, but after that he just...
No.
Sam? Is everything okay?
No, it isn't.
What is it? What are you saying?
Rob, you might want to sit down.
Just tell me, okay?
I think you went to confront Morrison. Alone.
Holy shit.
No.
What does that mean? Did Morrison...
I don't think so. But he wouldn't let him go. Not if he realizes what Bill knows.
Then where is he?
Best guess? Same place Morrison keeps everyone else he wants to hide.
We don't know that, Sam. He could have just gone.
No. I think we do. Morrison took Bill to the facility. And we have to get him back. Okay, this is Sam Bailey recording on November 8th, 2019 at 8 a.m. Maria Soul, Kate Sheridan, Jerry Price, and Robert Quincy in attendance. At approximately 6 p.m. on November 7th, Bill Tyler left the residence he shares with Mr. Robert Quincy, presumably to confront Chief Edgar Morrison of the Oslo County Police Department. He has now been missing for nearly 14 hours, and all attempts to make contact have failed. Does that sound about right, Rob?
What? Yeah. It was more like 4:30, maybe 4:45. I can't remember now.
Right. Do you... Is there anything else you can remember him saying before he left? Anything that might help us find him?
Not really. It was... We were both having a bit of a fight, and then we both calmed down. I can't remember most of what we said. He said he'd be right back.
Maria, have you been able to find anything online? Social media, phone calls, IMs, anything like that?
Not really. Looks like he has a pretty active Twitter, but he stopped posting completely at the end of last week. Last post was about going out to karaoke with...
Yeah, that was us. He and I and Ned, DeWitt.
Oh.
Anything else you can find? What about his phone?
What about it?
Can you, I don't know, track his location?
How the hell would I do that?
I don't know, I just thought...
Just because I know my way around a computer doesn't mean I'm some kind of hacker. You may as well ask Kate.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just thought I'd ask. So, in the absence of any evidence to the contrary, we can assume that Morrison captured Bill and took him to the underground facility outside Oslo, right?
Should we really jump to that conclusion? Maybe Morrison took him somewhere else. Or maybe he wasn't captured at all. Oh, could he be hiding at that cabin you stayed at, Sam?
No, not really.
Why not?
We kind of, burned it to the ground when we left.
Really?
Trust me, no one's going to miss that place. And I don't think Bill would want to stay there even if he could.
Okay, is there anywhere else he might be hiding? Rob, any ideas?
I don't think so.
Even if he does, we have to get inside that facility sooner or later. Agreed?
I guess.
I really don't think that's a good idea, Sam.
Well, yeah, it probably isn't, but we don't have much of a choice, do we? We have to get Bill out of there.
If he's even there.
And if Morrison doesn't already know you're here.
Shit, he's right. How do we know Bill doesn't tell him where we are?
He wouldn't do that.
We know he wouldn't normally, but... Well,
what?
Morrison could threaten him for the information. Or you. Or he might just go straight to... Besides, the first time we ran into DeWitt, he was able to manipulate our perceptions, make us see things that weren't there. He could find a way to trick Bill into telling him. Maybe even read his thoughts directly.
Wait, he can do that?
I don't know. Maybe. I know that I can sense emotions, and I've just started figuring this stuff out. DeWitt's had more than 1,000 years of practice. Who knows what he's capable of? But yes, Jerry's right. We can't assume we're safe here anymore. Our best defense has to be a strong offense.
What offense? All we can do is, get Bill out of there and then find somewhere else to hide?
We could blow the facility, rig a few charges, set a long timer, and then
Sam, last time you tried that, you had access to a police armory, remember? Where exactly are we supposed to get plastic explosives?
Oh. Right. Shit.
Wait, that's your problem with this plan?
Kate?
We can't just go in there and start killing people.
Not people, just Morrison.
What the hell are you even saying right now?
Kate, it was just an idea. Let's move on.
No, let's not move on. There are people trapped in those cages, right? People that Morrison is holding there against their will. What happens to them?
Kate's right. Besides, it's just the three of you. You can't go in guns blazing and expect to win. You need to be smart about this. Smarter than Morrison.
Just the three of us? What about you and Rob?
I said I'd let you stay here, not that I help you fight Morrison. And Rob is, well, he's in no shape to deal with this right now.
I want to help.
No. Jerry's right. You'll help everyone most by just keeping yourself safe.
And you've already done more than enough letting us stay in your home, Jerry. We can't ask you for any more than that.
Thank you, Kate.
Well, that's just great. So now we're down to a CPA, an ex-detective with superpowers that may or may not work, and a film school grad. How the hell are we supposed to pull this off?
Well, let's think it through. What do we know about this place?
Bill said it was all underground, right? And there was a tunnel running to the central chamber and a couple of passages connected to it.
Okay, good. What else? Jerry?
He said the tunnel looked like it used to be some kind of vehicle access. 2 lanes, so about 20 feet wide. 18 if it was a tight squeeze. There must be records of when and how it was built somewhere.
Good call, Jerry. He said there were electronics down there, too. Lights, at least, and most likely the cages as well. We should be able to figure out where that power's coming from, right?
Not necessarily. Morrison could have a power source down there. A diesel generator, most likely. Old bunkers like that were usually designed to be self-sufficient.
Okay, scratch that idea then. But we've got a good start here. Maria, you were the only one besides Bill who's been out there. Do you remember anything else about the tunnels?
No. I didn't go down there with Anna. That's how I managed to get away from Morrison in the first place.
Okay. Did Anna say anything about it that you can remember? Anything that might help?
Of course she didn't. She didn't even tell me she was going into the tunnels.
Well, is there anything you do know about this place?
The only thing I know is that Anna was killed the moment she set foot down there. That's it. So forgive me if I don't feel terribly optimistic about our chances.
Excuse me for a minute.
he's okay.
I should go call Peter.
And I need some fresh air.
Okay, I guess we're taking a break now. We'll come back in a few minutes.
Hey there, Katie. Hi, Peter. Good morning. Good morning to you, too. It's not too early, is it? No, it's later there. I forgot. Sorry, is Andrew up yet? Yeah, he's off to preschool already. They had a field trip today, so I had to get him there early. Listen, is everything okay? You sound a little... I don't know. Me? No, I'm fine. It's just... I just wanted to check in, see how you're doing. Really just... wanted to hear your voice again. Good to hear your voice too. Listen, I was calling to say that I might be gone a little longer than I thought I would, so I wanted to make sure that you and Andrew are okay. Wait, what do you mean, longer? You didn't say how long you plan to be gone. Oh, didn't I? No, I guess I didn't. Well, whatever it was going to be, it might be a little longer. It might not, but just in case, I wanted to, What exactly are you saying right now? I have to go. I just realized I left the stove on, and I need to go switch it off before it, Are you okay? Is I gotta go. Bye. Kate. I love you. You couldn't even say that. God, what the hell is wrong with me?
Going over what we were able to gather this morning, and I have a few ideas. One, we know there must be a secondary entrance to the bunker. Morrison was already down below when Bill found him, and his car wasn't anywhere near the hatch, so he must have his own way in. Likely locations are an access point somewhere inside OCPD, possibly in his office, a passage that leads directly from his house, a connection to the sewer system somewhere below town, which we may be able to find if we can just get our hands on.
Sam?
Rob, hi, how are you? Are you feeling any better?
Kind of. Jerry said I should probably eat something. I haven't had anything since lunch yesterday.
Yeah, of course. Refrigerator's just back there. What do you, what do you want?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to make you a caramel macchiato.
Huh? Jerry has an espresso machine?
Well, no, but I mean, he does have a coffee pot and some caramel syrup and some, I think it's coconut milk. Let me look.
I don't think that's coconut.
No, it's almond milk. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, but I don't think you can make it.
It'll be fine. How hard can it be?
Sam, I really don't need you to.
No, just sit tight. I've had lots of practice making my own food over the last 6 months. I've got this. So, how did you and Bill meet?
He didn't tell you?
I never asked.
We met in high school. I knew I was gay by then, but I wasn't out to, anyone, really. I had a crush on Bill, but I didn't tell him for nearly
God, 3 years. I didn't think he knew I existed until we ended up working on an English project together. We had to give a presentation on Lord Byron, of all people. I think the teacher just picked his name out of a hat because she turned bright red the moment we mentioned he was by. But, let's just say Bill did more than mention it when we were in the library after school.
Shoot. Coffee's gone cold. Someone must have unplugged the pot. Give me a second.
Yeah, anyway, we didn't tell anyone, but we started dating after that. Stayed together all of senior year, which mostly meant catching little moments alone when we could. But then Bill's sister saw us kissing behind the gym. She told his parents, and, well, there was barely any discussion the way Bill tells it, just a lot of screaming before they threw him out and disowned him. My folks let him stay at our house for a while, in separate rooms, of course. They weren't quite as backwards as Bill's folks, but they still didn't approve. Bill and I left Utah right after graduation and never looked back. We've been together.
Oh, shit.
What? Are you okay?
Fine. Just spilled the coffee. I think I still haven't finished this.
Do you need some help?
No, I've got it. Oh, great, now the milk's gone cold.
Couldn't you just put it in the pot?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Do you need me to get a mop or something?
No, I'll get it later. Oh, how am I gonna get this to froth?
I think you can just whisk it like that. Yeah, I've seen people do that online.
Oh, okay, I'll try that. Where does Jerry keep the... there it is. So, how long have you and Bill been together then?
Oh, God, it's gonna be 12 years this January. We were gonna go to Fiji. I don't know what I'm gonna do without him.
Okay, here you go. One caramel macchiato a la bit. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot the caramel.
This is fine. I really don't need...
Enjoy?
Thanks. I think I'm gonna lie down.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I didn't see you there.
That's fine. No harm done.
I'm sorry, Jerry. I'll get this all cleaned up.
You
in a second.
heard all that, right?
What?
What Rob was saying. You weren't just pretending to listen, right?
No, of course I was listening. I didn't know what to say.
Well, that's fair, I guess. You know what I heard?
No. Wait, were you eavesdropping?
I was making sure Rob would be okay. You have a tendency to be a little indelicate when it comes to other people's feelings.
That's a nice way of putting it. How'd I do this time?
Not too bad, considering the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Don't make me spell it out for you, Sam.
I don't know what to do, Jerry. If he loses Bill...
Then make sure it doesn't happen.
What?
Get Bill back.
How?
I don't know. But I don't want to see someone I care about lose the person they love like that. Not again. Get your shit together. Save Bill. Stop Morrison.
I don't know if I can.
Kate and Maria
will make the right choice for themselves. But right now, their options are leaving Bill to die or joining a suicide mission. You need to make sure it's a choice they can actually live with.
Okay. Okay. What the hell? Oh, God, my back.
Morning, Bill.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's no way to greet your partner now, is it?
You're not my partner. You're not even human.
Try not to be so narrow-minded, Bill. It's not a good look for you.
Where am I?
I think you know exactly where you are. After all, you've been here before.
Chief, listen, I don't know what DeWitt told you, but you don't have
Say your strength, Tyler. You're gonna need it. Keep an eye on him. I'm going to check the generators.
Roger that. What?
So you went from terrorizing Sam to following Morrison's orders, huh? How did that happen?
Well, soon after I saved Sam, I had a bit of an argument with the Echo. Ended with me short a couple of legs, dragging myself down the highway. Morrison found me and gave me a choice. Take Sam's place or go back in the deep freezer again. Permanently. Not a difficult choice.
Take Sam's place? What is my partner? Or?
Not at all. Morrison just paired us up at the last minute to try and keep me in check. Guess he thought you'd be a good influence or something.
So then Sam was supposed to... What? Be a part of this thing?
Oh, very good, Tyler. Gold star. Yeah, Sam was supposed to be part of this thing. Or, to be more precise, he was supposed to be the central axis of this little psychic wheel. And I was supposed to be where you are right now. Locked in a Faraday cage, burning up my brain for fuel.
But won't this thing, kill you?
If I was in your seat, yeah, probably. If I'm in that chair when the veil closes, I'll ride it out in the eye of the storm. Last man standing. You? Well, last person in your seat didn't make it, and they had magic mushroom in their veins.
Oh,
Still.
Wait. Amanita's dead?
What? No, she's fine. A little worse for wear, but still alive. You're actually cellmates with her now. Say hi, Amanita.
The source of all that was not and will be again is within me, and without me, and beyond me, and below me, and before me, forever.
And that's definitely enough of that. She hasn't been the same since Hyde kicked the bucket. Should have seen it coming, but I'd hope they'd last longer.
Who else do you have down here? How many people have you and Morrison killed?
Don't get hysterical on me now, Bill. Like Morrison said, you're gonna need your strength. And besides, you wouldn't recognize most of what we got down here as people anyway. One or two of them even tried to kill you.
And what about Ned LaRoe? Huh? Was he ever real?
Bits and pieces of him. I used to work in Houston once upon a time. Well, I say work. And I took this face off an old buddy of mine from a coup d'etat back in Serbia. But his name wasn't LaRoe. I just made that up.
What about that girlfriend in Paris? I didn't believe that for a second.
Hey, now that part was actually true. Though to be fair, I was the cosmetics executive at the time, not the police officer. And it was New York, not Houston.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
You know the best part of immortality, Bill? You live long enough, every story ends up being true. Makes lying a hell of a lot easier.
All right, we're ready to go.
Are the generators up to capacity?
Of course they are. Stop stalling and get in the chair.
I'm not stalling, I'm just... We should probably start at a lower power level with Bill. Make sure we don't burn him out on the first go.
We run at 100%.
Don't you want to interrogate him about Sam?
What I want is for you to stop talking and give me something other than dead bodies and excuses. You manage that well, then Sam stops being a problem. Comfortable, Tyler?
Yeah, it's a really nice space in here. I really love what you've done with the place. Fuck you, Morrison.
Good. This thing feeds on emotions. The stronger, the better. Yours might not be totally compatible, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. Start the cycle.
You know what I am before tonight? No. Have you done anything to me?
Oh, good. You still work. Well, since you didn't hear what happened in there, we're fucked. Morrison has Bill, and Bill knows we're all here. It's only a matter of time before he talks, so I need to be ready to go and...
Are you out there?
Can't catch a break these days. Yeah, I'm here.
Everything okay, Maria?
Fine, just checking I've got everything I need in here.
Everything you need for what?
Just everything I need. Look, I'll be back in a minute and
You're
then
running
we'll go
away, aren't you?
I'm... fine. Yes, I am. And you should be too.
Maria.
You have a kid, Kate. A family to get back to. Sam's plan is... well, it's not even a plan. He's going to get us all killed if we follow him down there.
We can't just leave Bill to die down there.
Why not? You don't really know him. Neither do I. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but he's... chances are he's already dead. And if he isn't, he will be long before we can get to him.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. If Anna couldn't get out of there alive, then there's no way any of us can. God, it was a mistake coming back here. Morrison owns this town, and we need to get as far away from here as we can. There's no other way out of this.
I can't leave.
What do you mean you can't leave?
Anna called me just before she left LA. She didn't tell me what she was doing. She didn't ask for my help, but I could tell she was in trouble. That she was in over her head, but I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. And I wasn't there for her. Not when she needed me. She saved my son, Maria. Did she ever tell you that? She saved Andrew from the Echo, and I couldn't even bring myself to ask if she was okay. And the next thing I heard, she was gone. I can't do that again. I can't leave Bill knowing I could have done something to save him. I couldn't live with myself if I ran away now. And I don't think you could either.
You have no idea what I've already lost, Kate. I can't stay here and lose all of you.
No idea what you lost. She was my sister, Maria. Whether or not she's dead, we both lost her, and we'll both end up losing Bill if either of us runs away.
If it comes down to it,
I won't let it come to that. I promise.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Good. Come on. I'll help you put this stuff back where it up.
Get in here. I think I have something.
Are you good to go back inside? I can tell him to buzz off.
No, I'm fine. The day I can't face up to Sam Bailey is the day I stop being me. Oh shit, I guess that's how I'm shaking.
Okay, November 8th, supplemental. It's about noon now, and I've been going through everything that's happened in the past year. I think I might have found something I missed before. Marie and Kate are right there. Good. We can get started.
What did you find?
Well, I didn't find anything per se, more like I remembered something. Hold on, let me find that tape.
What? What tape?
The one I made in Agate Shore last May. There's something the Echo said that's been nagging at me, but I just couldn't figure out why until... got it.
Point. As usual. What am I, Bailey?
You're... the Echo.
A stupid name, but it works, I guess. I'm a reflection. A refraction. I take the voices of the living and copy them back into the world. But for some reason...
See?
Not really.
The voices of the living. That's how the Echo described the way she copied people. She couldn't copy my voice because I'm not technically alive, so if she couldn't copy my voice, then...
She shouldn't have been able to copy Anna's either. Not if Morrison killed her.
I don't know about that. It copied her voice years ago, so maybe it wouldn't need her.
Wait, there's something else on this tape. Hold on, let me find it.
Got out ahead of the rest of the team. But they're
not far enough.
I don't think you want to hear this. I'll restart the recording in a minute. I mean, if I'm not murdered before then. Hello? Who's there? Sheridan?
Are you sure that wasn't just, the Echo?
I thought that at first, but if it was, then why would the Echo try to warn me about one of her own duplicates? Why would she tell me to run?
That sounded like her.
Like who?
Anna. The Anna I saw in Lake Isabella, she sounded exactly like that. Like she was struggling to speak from wherever she is now.
Wait, you're not saying that...
Anna isn't dead. Morrison didn't get her. Somehow she's still alive.
But that's... There's nowhere she could have gone, and she was...
You didn't actually see her get shot, did you? You just heard the gunshots in Morrison's voice?
No. I didn't.
She must have survived somehow. Maybe she found another way out of the tunnels and went to hiding, or maybe Morrison still has her locked up down there.
We have to go down there. Now.
Agreed. We have no idea what kind of state she and Bill will be in, but...
We'll figure it out once we find them.
You're sure about this? Both of you? No reservations?
Plenty. But not enough to stop me. Not now.
Kate?
Anna told me to find you two for a reason. I think this is it.
All right, then. Let's go get our people back.
Kate, honey, are you okay? I'm okay, Peter. I'm fine. Things were a little shaky there for a minute, but I'm better now. Is Andrew back from school yet?
Yeah, I just picked him up. We're going out for ice cream now. Say hi to Mommy, Andrew.
Hey, Mommy. Hi, sweetie. Oh, are you and Daddy having fun? We're gonna get ice cream.
That's right, buddy. I'll be home in about an hour. What's happening with you?
We got a new lead on Anna's disappearance. Yeah, it's, risky, but, we got a plan. I just wanted you to know.
Wow, risky is risky.
I really don't know. But I can't walk away from it and be okay with myself. Not after everything that's happened. I have to try.
Okay.
Okay? Is that all you have to say?
Well, what do you want? My permission? You both know that you don't need it. If you think this is the right thing to do, well, I wouldn't want to be the person standing in your way. Just,
What is it?
Do you think you'll be able to come home after this? Not permanently, but we just miss you. That's all. I miss you.
I miss you too. And I will. Once this is over, I'll come home. I need that too. Yeah, you know what? Maybe when I get back, we could all just go on a big road trip in the RV, like we used to talk about.
Well, what about your job? Are you gonna have to
pick up some freelance clients, work from the road? Honestly, I think I'd like that better than going back to the office now. What do you say?
Just you, me, and Andrew on the open road.
Just the three of us.
I would really like that, Katie. I would really, really like that. You safe out there?
I will. I promise. Give Andrew big kisses for me.
Yes, ma'am. Love you lots.
Love you more.
Say bye to Mommy, Andrew.
I love you, Mommy. Love you, baby. Be nice to Daddy. I'll see you both real soon, okay?
Bye, honey.
Bye.
The Sheridan Tapes, Episode 49. I Will Show You Fear. Starring Virginia Spots as Kate Sheridan, Amitola Lomas as Maria Soul, Jesse Steele as Bill Tyler, Trevor Van Winkle as Sam Bailey, Chris Martin as Robert Quincy, Maurice Cooper as Jerry Price, Ezra J. Wayne as Ned LaRoe, Mike Kennedy as Edgar Morrison, James Kane as Peter Slate, and Alejandro Cejudo as Amanita, with original music by Jesse Hagen. Written and produced by Trevor Van Winkle and Virginia Spots, and made possible by our supporters at patreon.com/homesteadcorner and at ko-fi.com/homesteadcorner. Visit thesheridantapes.com to view additional content, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, and connect with us on Twitter at Sheridan Tapes and on Instagram at The Sheridan Tapes. I'm Trevor Van Winkle, this is Homestead on the Corner, and you're listening to The Sheridan Tapes.
Alrighty, there we go. Episode 49, I Will Show You Fear, and the entire chat is crying because, honestly, yeah, so are we.
Yeah, that got me. Yeah. That phone call just sounds really real to me, even though I know it's me in it and it's fake. I'm aware of that, but yeah, it still got me.
Yeah, well, I think it was, just the performance in general was just very genuine with the two of you and with the kid, with Ezra's kid as well, but also just that was I think one of the moments where the found footage format really served us the best because it sounds so real because it's just bad audio quality, slightly spotty connection, but it just feels real. And yeah, Jesse's music for this whole season, then yeah.
I know. I want more stuff to act with James because I feel like they are a couple goals. I want to know more about them. So Happy Peter is a wife guy. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. And I hear that James is a wife guy in real life. He's not married yet. He has a fiance, and they are wonderful together.
But wife guy is just a state of mind.
Wife guy is a state of being. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Ezra's kid. Should we talk about the music at the end? That extra song?
That was just. I've talked about this a couple of times, but at the end of the season, the incredibly generous Jesse Hagen decided to just throw 3 extra pieces of music he'd been working on, basically kind of for a stock music site type thing. Just decided to throw that to us as a little bit of extra, soundtrack to fill out the season. Which was absolutely amazing. What that included was that new version of The Lost Sting that we heard at the end of episode 48. That scene, the music for the end of this episode that we've heard throughout, which, can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, absolutely stunning, kind of almost post-rock kind of piece that has absolutely gotten us to these, big emotional moments at the end of the season. And then the theme we kind of hear a lot around kind of Morrison and what's happening in the facility, which we first heard in episode 41 with the reveal, which is called The Inevitable, which I love for the name of what's basically become the villain theme, kind of, for Morrison.
I love it.
But yeah, so those 3 pieces of music, those were just thrown in at the last minute and weren't even, written for the show, but fit so well, and are such high quality like everything else Jesse does. So that was a huge boon at the end of season 2.
And shout out to the other Jesse Steele. We were discussing this during the episode, how there are 3 moments of improv that really color the last 2 episodes. One of them actually is Anything for You, My Love. Jesse Steele improvised that. There wasn't any sweetie names in there.
Because I always find that really cringy personally, writing that, and if the actor doesn't feel like they can say that genuinely, then it just comes off as super stilted. So I tried a couple of versions of that last line where he had some kind of pet name for Rob, but none of them were working, so I just went with Anything for You, Rob. and then Jesse just came through at the end with that, and then there was the Jesus Tap Dancing Christ with Ned, and the whole, it's a really nice space you've gotten here, Morrison.
Really, fuck you, Morrison.
Yeah,
I love that.
that was also improv. He just sent us a whole bunch of random stuff for that to kind of give us stuff to work with, and so yeah, he really helped keep a lot of kind of Bill's sense of humor even in a very tense situation.
I love what you've done with the place. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Ezra,
hello.
Ezra, you absolutely inject a lot of cute. Ezra changed our entire idea of what would be happening with Ned in the show, so that is absolutely true.
Absolutely. The Ned we ended up getting for this season was just as much, if not more, Ezra than the two of us. So we all definitely encouraged the direction it ended up going.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was, for sure.
Ezra, everyone was crying over your kid and how cute he is. So. Terrorist, my favorite terrorist.
Loathe.
Yeah. Oh, and when I showed up here today, I gave Trevor a little end of season gift, which was a caramel latte with coconut milk. The place we went did not have macchiatos.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you know I gave him one. I heard his hints sprinkled throughout the entire show.
That wasn't a hint at all, but it was great. Thank you, Virginia.
You're welcome. It was an easy win. So.
Yes, fair enough. It was, nice way to celebrate the end of the season.
Yeah, it does sound good. You're right, Aries.
Yeah.
Any questions about this one? Oh, or do you want to address, or maybe we should wait to address Clayton's theory?
Yeah, let's wait until the bad macchiato is my favorite scene of the entire finale. Yeah, when Virginia and I hit on that in the kind of the planning meeting for the finale, we were both just like, yes, that is so perfect, because it has that mix of funny and heartbreaking and touching, and it's just so perfect for Sam as a character and the hot mess that he is, that it was so exciting just to have that scene in there. And we just realized, listening to this, that on top of all of that, he's trying to prepare food for Rob, who is the good cook.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that Rob is like standing there horrified, like, what's he doing? Yeah. What is going on here?
Yeah, and just like trying to get up and help him, but he's like, no, sit down, I'm here to take care of you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make things right by making a terrible caramel macchiato in the microwave.
So like when a 6-year-old makes you breakfast and you're like, thank you.
You sure you don't want any help with that? No?
I can pour that milk for you. No, you want to do it yourself? Okay.
Okay, it's all over the floor now.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, no, that was so much fun, and so much fun to act that scene as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You two did so well.
Yeah.
The table read had me rolling as well. Just the hesitance in Chris's voice, like, okay, all right.
They're both trying real hard
in
that scene to keep it together. But it turned out so well, and again, Chris Martin just...
Yes, Shay, glad you're picking up on those implications.
Yep.
Ned's being humanized.
Yep. All right. Any other questions before we head into the last part of the season finale, the last episode of season 2?
Sam headcanon in regards to that scene. What that's referring to?
What?
Wait, which headcanon is that, Aries? His best just kind of sucks. Yeah.
Anyway.
You really did get here in time, Ezra. We're going in for the big one.
Yep. Everyone ready? You ready, Virginia?
I'm ready. I think I'll give it another second just in case, but maybe before we jump in, God, thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up and for hanging in there with there's 9 people in here right now. That's sweet. Thank you for hanging in here with technical difficulties and getting us to episode 50, for all your support, for all your fan fiction and fan art and love and patron support. And the actors as well who are in the chat. Thank you for acting and participating in this.
Yeah, thank you. You've all brought so much to these characters who, we do our best to write, but you do make them who they are, so. All right.
Ooh. Let's
rock and roll episode 50 in a handful of dust.
Hi everyone, Trevor here, writer and producer of the Sheridan tapes. Well, we've made it. The last episode of Season 2. It's been a roller coaster for all of us, and while I am very tired, I am so proud of all the amazing work our cast, crew, and writers have put into these last 24 episodes. Before we get started with the final chapter of the season, I just have a few quick announcements. First of all, we'll be doing 2 Q&A specials for this season, one with our incredible actors and one with our amazing behind-the-scenes crew. Please send in any and all questions you have through the Google form link in the show notes, and we'll try to answer as many of them as possible. Second, our sister podcast, Tales of the Echowood, is currently in its second week of crowdfunding on Kickstarter, and we've already raised more than 2/3 of our goal. If you want more Sheridan Tapes style, strange, and spooky storytelling during the hiatus, then feel free to back our project at echowoodpod.com. The campaign runs now until August 12th, 2021 at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Finally, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who've listened thus far, and especially to our Patreon supporters. Creating the show at the level we do takes a huge amount of time, energy, and dedication, and we wouldn't be able to do so without your financial support and encouragement. Thank you so much for making Season 2 possible, and we hope you enjoy the Season 2 finale. Before we get started, this episode contains depictions of trauma and injury, claustrophobia, violence, strong language, discussions of illness and death, brief moments of body horror, and loud noises including screams. Content warnings and a full transcript are available in the show notes.
What are you doing, Dad?
What does it look like?
You can't record in here.
Well, it seems Mr. Camcorder says differently.
Ugh, just put it away, Dad. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Some things are worth getting in trouble for, Katie. You'll understand that one day. Especially if... Oh, there's Anna.
The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. The Burial of the Dead. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. Winter kept us warm, covering earth in forgetful snow, feeding a little life with dried tubers. Summer surprised us, coming over the Starnberger say with a shower of rain. We stopped in the colonnade and went on in sunlight into the Hofgarten and drank coffee and talked for an hour. Bin gar keine Russen, stamm aus Litauen, echt Deutsch. And when we were children staying at the Archduke's, my cousin's, he took me out on a sled, and I was frightened. He said, Marie, Marie, hold on tight, and down we went. In the mountains, there you feel free. I read much of the night, and go south in the winter. What are the roots that clutch? What branches grow out of this stony rubbish? Son of man, you cannot say or guess, for you know only a heap of broken images, where the sun beats and the dead tree gives no shelter, the cricket no relief, and the stone no sound of water. Only there is shadow under this red rock. Come in under the shadow of this red rock, and I will show you something different from either your shadow at morning striding behind you, or your shadow at evening rising to meet you.
I will show you fear in a handful of dust.
You're sure you're okay with staying here, right?
Yeah. I think I am.
You're sure?
Look, I've been thinking about it. Well, I'd rather be here than home right now.
It's okay, Sam. We'll be fine until you get back.
I actually wanted to talk about that. But there is a chance...
Sam?
We'll do everything we can to get Bill out of there, Rob. But we might not be able to come back to Oslo once we do. If we're not back by tomorrow evening, then you and Jerry need to get out of here. Don't go back to your apartment. Don't take anything you don't need. Just go.
Where?
Anywhere you can. Just get as far away from Oslo County as possible.
I've got an idea where we can go. Do you think Morrison would know about it?
Don't tell me where you're going. Don't tell anyone. If we're caught, it's better that we don't know how to find you.
Don't. Right.
Can you take Russell with you when you go?
Of course. Can't leave that guy alone for 10 minutes. You know that.
You don't have to if you don't want
Sam, I want to still be taking care of your dog when I didn't want to. And honestly, I like his company more than I like yours sometimes.
Fair enough.
Please get Bill out of there, Sam. Please.
We will. I promise.
Would you stop listening to that already?
Maria.
It's fine, Kate. I should really be using headphones anyway. I'm just trying to make a link, that's all.
Make a... what?
Well, as far as I can tell, everything I'm able to do is linked to strong emotions, emotional connections with other people and places. I can sense the way others are feeling, draw power from them, even emotionally push back on them. But I need to feel a strong link to whatever I'm doing for it to work.
What, saving Bill isn't strong enough?
No, it is. But if I'm going up against DeWitt, I don't want to take any chances. And guilt can be a powerful motivator in the right circumstances.
I guess you're right.
What was that?
Enjoy it while it lasts, Bailey, because I'm never saying it again.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wipe that smug look off your face, Sam.
Yes, ma'am. Are we getting close?
Yeah, the turnoff's just up ahead. Kate, could you grab my backpack? It's just behind that seat.
Sure. Oh, Jesus, Maria. What do you have in here? A pile of bricks?
Wow.
Oh my God.
What is it, Sam? What's wrong?
I can feel them now. All of them. The creatures trapped in Morrison's cages. I can feel their desperation, pain, their fear. It's feeding DeWitt, and DeWitt is...
DeWitt is what?
I don't know.
Close. We're close.
couple more days and the aperture should be small enough to close on its own.
We might not have a couple more days. We might not have a couple more hours. If Bailey realizes Bill is gone and decides to do something about it, now...
What do you want me to do? Bend the laws of paranormal metaphysics even further than we already have? Push all the subjects past their breaking point? We do that, it'll be you who's back to square one.
Try not to sound so pleased about the idea.
If I thought that...
What is it?
Nothing, just an odd feeling. I need to get some fresh air.
What? Now?
I'll start the next trial as soon as I'm back. I just need to deal with something.
Fine. Make it fast. How you doing in there, Bill?
Fuck you.
$154, $155. All right then. Right. DeWitt. LaRoe. Been a while since we talked. Thanks for helping with the echo, by the way. I appreciate it. But right now, you have my friend down there, and I can't let that stand. So, come here. Face me.
Well, hi there, Bailey. Long time no see.
Not long enough.
Still recording anything and everything you hear, huh? Thought you'd have broken that habit by now.
What have you done with Bill?
So much for small talk then, huh? You know, you should be the one stalling, not me.
Is that so?
What, you think you can win this fight?
Who says it's going to be a fight?
Ooh, cocky, Bailey. 6 months away and you got cocky. It's a good look on
Save it. It's Bill alive.
Of course he is. Can't say he's too happy about the fact, but he's alive. For now.
Who else is down there?
Why? Can't you feel him? Can't you hear them screaming?
You know what I mean. Is Morrison down there? Are there any other officers with him?
Oh. You still can't read people, can you? Then again, human connection. It's always a bit hard for you, wasn't it? Guess it's not really surprising that you
tell me.
At least you still have some spirit. More than hide, at least. Not that it'll do much good. Not in there.
You're not gonna get away with someone's going to figure
out what? That I'm keeping monsters locked up in a government facility nobody knows exists? At best, they'll be dismissed as crazy. At worst, a liar. And even if people accept that monsters exist, well, no one will object to my trying to fix one of my own mistakes.
What are you... What?
We're trying to close a door, Tyler. A door I helped open a long time ago. I was 2 months out of officer training when I was assigned here. Middle of the Cold War, the DoD throwing everything at the wall to see what stuck. The scientists who built this place were running experiments in parapsychology, testing the limits of the human brain. I thought most of it was nonsense, but I was here to serve my country. Turns out, we were all stepping into the middle of a much older war. And when we opened that door into hell and let these things loose in Oslo County, well, Andrew
Sheridan ended up on the wrong side, as did his daughter.
What are you even talking about?
I just thought you'd like to know why you're here before your brain is burnt to a crisp. I thought I'd do you that favor at least.
Sam was right. You're insane.
I'm the only person sane enough to know the truth. And you really should have killed Sam when I told you.
He's my friend. Why would I?
Because I had faith in you. In what you might become. What a disappointment you've turned out to be.
I'm not.
Damn it. Generator must have seized up again. Hope you're not afraid of the dark, Tyler. Who's there?
Morrison, hunter of blood, murderer of the innocent. Your time has come.
So one of you finally found this place. How about you show yourself? I might even let you live. If I can spare a cage for you. Enjoy it while you can. You won't be laughing for long.
Come find me then.
Sit tight, Tyler.
I need to get out of here. Need to get out. Get out. Need to get. No. Could be a trap. I can't trust what I'm seeing. Morrison is. Shit. Kate?
Hi, Bill.
Around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. You're getting colder, Morrison.
I will find you. Sooner or later, I will find you.
I'm sure you will. Are you a religious man, Edgar?
Why? Are you trying to save my soul?
Do you really think you have a soul to save after everything you've done?
Everything I've done for my fellow man. For those too weak to protect themselves.
And what about Anna Sheridan? What threat was she?
She wasn't a threat. Not by herself. But I've seen what Sheridans do when faced with something they don't understand. They push harder. Keep looking for answers. And sooner or later, they open a door that should never have been opened. One they can't close. And people suffer because of it. Where the hell are you?
Do you know how Andrew Sheridan died?
What?
Do you know how he died in the end? After he opened a door? Heart failure. Congenital. A condition he lived with his entire life. He spent 30 years teaching physics to high school students, helped them understand the universe. He raised 2 daughters. He loved his wife. He was kind, patient, quiet, and in the end he died in his sleep. So tell me, Edgar Morrison, who exactly suffered because of Andrew Sheridan?
Well, hello there, Miss Soul. Pleasure to finally meet you.
No,
How are you enjoying my PA system? I know it's not quite the level of equipment you're used to working with, but... Good. It's been a very long day for me, so please, do try to run. Tell me.
Bailey. You still have no idea how this works, do you?
What?
You're able to push people. You can make them feel certain ways, warp their perceptions, maybe even influence their choices a little. But you can't compel them to do anything they don't want to do in the first place. You might be more powerful than most of us, but even you can't do that.
I thought
I find that highly unlikely. Since when did you start thinking?
You're one to talk.
What's that supposed to mean?
I thought you were supposed to be some kind of trickster. Always on top of things, keeping people on their toes. And now you're, what, Morrison's guinea pig? Helping him run his little experiments so he doesn't kill you? Wearing that face because he told you...
I chose this face for myself, Bailey. More than you chose yours. And nobody's forcing me to do anything. This whole operation was my idea. Morrison had no idea what he had down here. I was the one who taught him how to use it.
Sure thing, DeWitt.
Call me DeWitt again. And I'll rip the skin from your bones right here, right now. DeWitt was who I was. LaRoe is who I am. Not quite like being me, actually. More than I like most of the people I've been. Sure, neither of them are real, but, well, neither are you.
Fine. But why the hell are you working for Morrison? You can't agree with what he's doing, can you?
Who says I do?
Tyler, how come every time we meet I end up saving her? Bill? Are you okay?
Stay back. Stay away.
Bill, it's me. It's just Kate.
No. You're not her. You can't be. Morrison wouldn't let you in here.
Morrison doesn't know I'm here. Marie's keeping him distracted while I get you out of here and look for Anna.
You're lying. You're trying to trick me. I saw Sam there yesterday. He was...
Bill, listen to me. I'm real. You can trust me. You need to get out of that cage.
No, I can't leave. There's no way out like that. I did this.
Come on, Bill. We don't have time.
No!
Bill!
Stay away from me.
What did they do to you?
It was...
Maria!
We were hurting him, Mrs. Sheridan. That's what we were doing. Transmitting emotional and physical pain directly into his nervous system. Enough to shatter the will and push the mind beyond itself. Or to break it. Maria?
She's here because they're trying to rescue you, Bill. Or did you think this was all another illusion?
You're really here? You came to get me?
Of course we did. We couldn't leave you here.
Morrison, you let her go now. You let her go, or I swear.
You know what? You can barely stand. There's no way you can get to me before I pull the trigger.
Oh, why don't you go fuck yourself?
Maria, don't.
Drop the gun. Right now.
Whoa, Kate!
So, you actually do have a gun. I thought LaRoe was making that up.
Yes, I have a gun. Yes, I know how to use it. And yes, I will. I will shoot you if you don't let Maria go.
Will you now?
Yes, I will.
Kate, I know this isn't something you've had much experience with, but you're not the first person to pull a gun on me. I know exactly what it sounds like when someone's actually willing to pull the trigger. And when they're bluffing.
I'm not bluffing. I'll do it, I swear.
And there comes the fifth assurance that you're going to shoot me. Care to notice what I haven't been saying? Nobody move, or I'll blow Maria's brains out. If you were actually going to shoot me, you wouldn't be trying so hard to talk your way out of doing it. No one's buying it, least of all you. So, why don't you put that gun down and save us all a lot of trouble?
I can't.
What's so funny?
You think I'm working for Morrison? That I'm actually trying to help him with his kill all monsters crusade? You really think there's any chance of this thing working?
I thought this was all your idea.
Oh, it is. Honestly, that should have been the only clue you needed.
You're not...
Told you my whole story the second time we met, baby. You know exactly who I am. And what I do.
You lie.
And the light is finally on up there. Took you longer.
This whole thing is... what? Some kind of trick? A way to make sure...
It's a con, Bailey. A scam. After what happened with the Echo, I needed a new angle. Morrison could give me that. I just had to convince him not to put my ass back in the deep freezer. And I've been around Oslo for a very, very long time now. I knew about what those scientists were trying to do back in the day. It was just a matter of pushing the right ideas into his head.
If you tell him your plan, make him think you're the only one who can pull it off now that I'm gone. Make yourself indispensable.
Now you're getting pretty slick, huh?
And he believed you? He trusts you with this?
Oh, hell no. He's not an idiot. But he still thinks he can make it work, even after all the times it's failed. He's so focused on his mission, he can't see anything else. Not even the hook dangling from his jaw. And he won't. Not until it's too late.
What do you mean, too late?
Like I said, I like being Ned. And I can't say I like the idea of being Morrison very much. But sooner or later, he'll figure it out. And when Morrison realizes I've been stringing him along and he turns on me, I'll strip the flesh right from his bones and take his place.
You're going to...
What can I say? Chief of Oslo County Police Department seems like a pretty cushy job by the sound of it. I think it'll suit me just fine.
You can.
Try not to look so surprised, Bailey. You know what I am. I can't change that. After all, character is fate. Now, we're done talking.
What the hell?
You expecting someone?
No, I have no idea who that is.
Is that a lie, Bailey?
No, I swear, I have no idea.
If I didn't call him, you didn't call him, then what are they? You don't think they're Morrison.
Sorry to interrupt, but is one of you Ned LaRoe? Or is it LaRue? I wasn't quite sure.
Dr. Park?
That's... yeah, I'm Ned. Who the hell are you?
Right. Try to hold still.
Excuse me? What?
Bailey! Stop! He's gonna... Good. I was worried that might not work.
The hell did you do to him?
Liquid nitrogen. It's crude, but it should immobilize him for the next few hours.
He's not... You didn't just...
No, it won't kill him if that's what you're asking. He won't enjoy it, but he should recover with minimal damage. If he doesn't try to move before he's thawed out.
How did you know he'd be here? Wait, no, better question. How did you know I'd be here?
I don't have time to explain right now. Short answer, I've been keeping an eye on you since May. All of you.
You've been what?
I told you, I don't have time to explain. Not right now. Where are the others?
What others?
Kate, Maria, and Bill. I assume they're either down in the tunnels or they've already escaped. Which is it?
They're still in the tunnels. Oh, God. Morrison found them.
Are you sure?
I can feel it. Maria's fear. Oh. Morrison has her hostage, and Bill and Kate
Can you tell where they are? Which part of the facility he has them in?
I'm not... They're in the psychic wheel. I can feel the other creatures in there.
Not ideal, but they should be able to get out of there in time.
What are you doing?
The cages Morrison is using down there. ISPA built them back in the 70s. Back when we still took military contracts.
You helped him do this?
Not me. But yes, ISPA had a hand in it. I'm not proud of it, but if we're lucky, it might just let me save your friends.
How?
I'm going to open the cages. All of them.
You're what?
Drop the gun, Sheridan. If nothing else, you should worry about hitting Maria with how much your hand's shaking.
No. I can't let you win this. Not after everything you've already taken away from us.
What did you just do?
I didn't.
She's letting all your monsters loose, Morrison. Making sure you get what's coming to you.
No! What the hell are you doing?
You come one step closer and I blow the control panel to hell.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
You're right. I was bluffing early, but this I can do.
You're going to get us all killed, Sheridan.
No, not all of us. I imagine these creatures have a score they want to settle with you, don't they?
Oh, God.
So here's the deal, Morrison. You let us go. We leave the way we came and close the glass door behind us. Otherwise...
How about a counteroffer? I shoot you, then Maria, then Bill, and then I... Oh!
Maria!
Sorry, but you were taking way too long.
Where did you get that hammer?
The hardware store? Oh, no you don't. I don't think you get to use guns today.
My offer still stands, Morrison. What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna kill you all the next time I see you.
Trust me, the feeling's mutual.
Go! Get out of here!
Bill, come on, we gotta go. Bill, just look at me. This isn't your fault. You don't deserve this. And we need you. Get out of that cage. Come with us.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Maria, help me with Bill.
I've got him. Let's go.
No, come on! Oh, isn't the override working?
Well, hello there, Chief. Fancy seeing you here.
I hope you don't mind if I record this. Just for internal use, of course.
Honestly, I think one of us would probably do it if you didn't at this point.
Fair enough. Not really surprising, seeing that it was Anna's tapes that brought you all together in the first place.
Wait, how do you know about that?
Oh, right. We haven't officially met. Dr. Ren Park of the Institute for Stellar Propulsion, Heuristics, and Aeronautics. Nice to meet you, Bill.
Hi.
Do any of you need anything before we get started? Water, coffee, something to eat?
We need some fucking answers is what we need.
Maria.
15 hours we've been stuffed in the back of a van with no one to talk to, nobody answering our questions, and no idea what's going on. And now you're just sitting there offering us party snacks.
I understand you're upset, Maria. This isn't how I wanted this to go either. But things escalated too quickly for us to approach you the way we wanted to. I'm sorry you feel you're being kept in the dark, but believe me when I say we had no other choice.
Wow, you and Anna must have really gotten along.
Look, what's going on here? Where are we? And where's Rob?
Robert and Jerry are safe. They've been collected from Oslo, and they're on their way here. And as for what here is, it's an ISPA experimental rocketry facility in New Mexico, well out of Morrison's sphere of influence.
New Mexico? You drove us all the way to New Mexico without telling us?
Unnecessary precaution. Your possessions have been collected from Jerry Price's home and are being driven here now. And that includes your van, Kate.
I told my husband I was in Nevada. I was supposed to meet him after this.
I really don't think that would be the wisest choice right now.
Are you... Is that a threat?
No, of course not.
So you'll just let us leave if we want to?
Kate, there's a lot going on right now that you don't understand.
Why?
And how were you doing it? If Morrison couldn't track us, how did you?
And how much did you know about his plans? Why didn't you do something earlier?
One question at a time, please. Look, this wasn't how any of this was supposed to go. And I'm sorry if it's caused you any distress or discomfort, but...
Discomfort? Yeah, sure.
But it became necessary to step in once we learned the truth about Morrison's efforts. We didn't know any more about his plans than you did. Not until very recently. As for why we were keeping track of your movements, well, I was never very comfortable with that, but Anna clearly believed you four had a role to play in the events to come. She made that very clear in her final instructions to us.
Sorry, what?
You were working with Anna?
Oh, dear. I'd hoped you would have figured this out by now.
I thought you said you two barely knew each other.
That's what he told you?
Huh?
The last time I saw you, Anna and I were on a double date with you and Adam. Barely knew each other?
Yes, well, that was something of a lie. My apologies, Detective Bailey.
He isn't a detective anymore.
Then I suppose you're not a lieutenant at this point either, correct?
No, I guess I'm not. Oh, Rob's gonna kill me when he gets here.
I think Rob will just be happy to see you're okay, Bill.
Do they really need to leave Oslo after what happened in the bunker? I don't, Morrison.
Kate, listen to me. Chief Edgar Morrison is many things. Easy to kill is not one of them.
You said Anna knew about us. That she thought we had a role to play in the events to come?
It was a bit vaguely worded, but she did talk a lot about the searchers in her will. It's generally assumed she was referring to you.
Wait, just stop. What will? Why the hell was she working for you?
She never told you?
Well, no.
Oh, I see. Well then, no easy way to say this, I suppose. Short answer? We were trying to change the future, Maria. Trying to save the world.
The Sheridan Tapes, Episode 50, In a Handful of Dust. Starring Erin Neely Chaconis as Anna Sheridan, Virginia Spots as Kate Sheridan, Amitola Lomas as Maria Soul, Jesse Steele as Bill Tyler, Trevor Van Winkle as Sam Bailey, Chris Martin as Robert Quincy, Maurice Cooper as Jerry Price, Ezra J. Wayne as Ned LaRoe, Mike Kennedy as Edgar Morrison, Alejandra Cejudo as Amanita, Clayton Curry as Andrew Sheridan, and Sam Taylor as Dr. Ren Park, with original music by Jesse Haugen. Written and produced by Trevor Van Winkle and Virginia Spots, and made possible by our supporters at patreon.com/homesteadcorner and at ko-fi.com/homesteadcorner.
I can see it, the panic force inside. We can always see the worst, and if it's easy enough, we'd rather run through the hard times. But is it easy enough, or does it change our minds? The secrets stay behind, and we don't ever want to show them. Trees never close their eyes. Everything we see burns their life away.
Season 2 featured, in order of appearance, Amitola Lomas, Erin Neely Chaconis, David Alt, Virginia Spots, James Kane, Jesse Steele, Chris Martin, Ezra J. Wayne, Carmina Manley, Sarah Carnes, Mike Kennedy, Trevor Van Winkle, Becca Scott, Sam Taylor, Alejandra Cejudo, Tal Minear, Robin Gabrielli, Liz Hull, Maurice Cooper, Conrad Spots, Leslie Redman, Charles Scatolini, Sox Whitmore, Clayton Curry, and Fennec Foxfire, with special thanks to Winnie the Golden Retriever. Sound effects provided by freesounds.org under the Creative Commons license, with additional music from Incompetech.com, MuseOpen, the Internet Archive, and PremiumBeat.com. The Sheridan Tapes will return in 2022. In the meantime, check out our other shows, including our original series Homestead on the Corner and the new fantasy anthology Tales of the Echowood. You can find links to all of our productions at homesteadonthecorner.com. Visit thesheridantapes.com to view additional content, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, and connect with us on Twitter at Sheridan Tapes and on Instagram at The Sheridan Tapes. I'm Trevor Van Winkle, this is Homestead on the Corner, and you're listening to The Sheridan Tapes.
Everything is a
And season 2 comes to a close. Hey, season 3 will be in the new recording booth. It'll be in the new one for me as well.
And hopefully one for me. We'll see.
Fingers crossed. But
fingers crossed.
Oh man, I am so proud of how the episode turned out.
Yeah, that's so good, Trevor. You did stunning work, and I'm really proud of like how we worked together to figure out how those scenes how those scenes needed to be to make it all.
Yeah. I mean that's the reason the pacing is so good, is because we spent so long breaking it down, and
it's almost like we should spend that much time on every other episode.
With that, I don't think we could put it out every week if we did that.
Yeah,
but,
or we need more budget.
Yeah, but the other episodes don't necessarily need it as much. This one was so much. Thank you, Ezra.
Thank you, Ezra.
Yeah.
Also, Ezra really outdid himself too.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the reason why that performance is so powerful.
Hold on. Virginia, I think your mic is off. Sorry. No, I think it's on.
Okay, I'll just talk and see if it works. I think why that performance is so powerful is you can hear like the movement in Ned's actions, like, and I heard like Trevor putting like footsteps in sometimes or stuff like that, and that like came from Ezra's performance. So hats off to Ezra. That like menacing slow burn tone in the whole episode is just so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, this was the scene that was closest to season 1 Ned/DeWitt in terms of the way it's written. So yeah, that was Ezra got to do something very different with this one than he's done for the rest of the season, which was so much fun to do. It was really fun to revisit that dynamic he had with Sam, with a new actor playing him. So that was really, really fun. But yeah.
Sorry, Shay, I think I might have just been talking quietly. I addressed my projection.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah, also shout out to Clayton for sounding like a total dad, even though you're definitely younger than me, buddy. But you, yeah, I thought that was really fun getting to do that with you.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were really, really fun episode. A real pain to try and get it all together. There are just so many moving pieces on this one, and so many scenes, and so many characters, but
Ezra can attest, the scheduling in May for recording this final block was just nuts. I know, right? Yeah, that was Clayton. Just sounding like a dad.
Yeah.
Sheridan. Yeah. Yeah. Throw any questions at us. We'll be recording the Patron podcast for this literally right after this. So
no rest for the wicked.
Yeah. We just gotta finish this one up, and then we're gonna go have a glass of wine.
Absolutely.
Me playing older with Virginia playing younger. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the recording was pretty wild, but we were trying to get so much done. What was the hardest aspect of the finale to write? I honestly think keeping it balanced so it doesn't, because there are a lot of very heavy moments and a lot of very funny moments and a lot of very intense moments, and cutting between them very frequently. The hardest thing I think was trying to keep that in balance so it didn't become depressingly heavy, but also didn't turn into a farce. Which that's what I was most worried about. I think the ending with Ren coming in and saving everyone. That was like, is this going to come across as, I mean, it's a fun moment, but is it going to come across as comedic and like a cop-out? We talked about the Ren Ex Machina a couple of times in our recording, in our story meetings, but I think the fact that Ren is also not entirely to be trusted, and, you know, even though he does save them, there's kind of this bigger mystery behind what are Ren's intentions and why exactly are they doing this. Yeah, I think that helped to keep it, you know, balanced and kept it from becoming just over the top funny, while still being a really fun moment of just. I just love how that turned out.
Yeah, and then of course in the final confrontation scene, like down in the psychic wheel, there were some changes. Like yeah, I think like the first draft of the finale was really for like getting the practical pieces in place, and then there was some character refining so that it felt truer to the characters.
Yeah, what we were really worried about was that it would feel like after building up the threat of Morrison and how big this choice of actually going to save Bill was and how much it could cost if things went wrong, it felt like it was too easy to get Bill out of there. It didn't feel like there was enough emotional stakes in it. Even with all of that, it felt like it was like they went in, got Bill, some shit happened, and then they left. So we had to kind of amp up the element of the kind of the arc of Bill in between these two episodes. You know, of him being so, you know, all of the trauma basically that he's inflicted with this episode, and being able to kind of get through that with, and, you know, accept that, yeah, people do care about you, they came to save you. That really helped to sell the stakes of the episode. So
thank you for coming, Marjorie.
Oh yes,
lovely
thank you
to have
much.
you here.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yes.
But yeah, those were I think we said before, the finale was the very last thing we wrote, well after we had written the bulk of the rest of the episodes, and we were well into production.
When did that happen? Like March, April?
I think so. We just both needed a break from writing for a little while.
Yeah.
And by that point, we had what really was a good thing with that was we had a far better idea of who Ned was when we, started writing that.
Do you want to tell him what the original end for Ned was?
No, that's gonna spoil things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what was your favorite scene of the finale to direct? Gosh, probably probably that final scene with the whole Sheridan squad and Ren. That
so
back
fun.
and forth dialogue was so much fun. Everyone did such an amazing job, and it was just a really fun scene to do, just because there were so many big personalities bouncing off each other.
And Clayton's theory was correct, by the way.
That was, from basically the first episode with Bill and Ned, that, kind of startup typing and beep effect, that's someone accessing, a digital record or, a phone microphone. And, it's happened several times throughout the season, and kind of the implication was sort of, is that Morrison listening in on these conversations, but it is Ren and Isfa listening in and, keeping an eye on them. Was Morrison actually making a device to close the gate? Would he have succeeded? If so, given Ned didn't bore him. Also, why didn't Ned bore Morrison earlier? Why did he draw after this point? So the machine probably wouldn't have worked necessarily, which was another thing we were slightly worried about after hyping it up as kind of the big threat of the season, but it's not necessarily a machine that's capable of doing that, but Ned convinced Morrison that it was, and the reason Ned didn't kill Morrison earlier is because basically it'd kind of be killing the golden goose. He liked being Ned, and Morrison just kind of let him keep doing what he was doing while still being, safe and secure and in a position of, relative power.
And I think Ned got genuinely distracted by, like, Bill and then Kate and, like, this feeling of being a little more human than he usually is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why, and that was another, that was one, like I was saying, something I was worried about is also, the whole thing, is basically, like, the overarching plot is subverted at the end by Ned was basically just running a con on everyone.
Ned liked having friends, yes.
Yeah. And so, there was I was again worried that would feel like a cheat, and having two of them in the same episode would, overdo it, but it actually works really well, and I like how it turns kind of the whole season on its head a little bit. I had a lot of fun with that. And I just like the idea of Ned DeWitt as just a con man, just a complete total just liar, will say and do whatever needs to in order to win. And it's really, that's his real power, is just being the only good liar on the Sheridan tapes.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw Bill's Christopher Maloney ass and got distracted. Yep.
Little bit, yeah.
Cakes.
Okay. Any more questions?
Also, I love how Aaron read that poem at the beginning. I think that was just me with Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to bow out, and so I was like coaching her through the little bit of like German pronunciation that I know. And she's never spoken German. She speaks Spanish, so she kept like making it sound Spanish. We worked on it. I love how ominous it sounds.
Yeah, and that addition of, you know, Anna's adult voice coming out of the void at the end, that was a last minute addition because it just needed a little something else. And I'm really proud of how that turned out, because it just gives you this really creepy effect of it kind of coming out of the podcast at you. A lot of ways.
A lot of episode titles came from that poem.
Come in under the shadow, your shadow at morning, your shadow at evening, and the last 2 episodes were all from that poem.
I don't speak German. I know I took like 2 weeks of German in college, enough to kind of remember how to pronounce things, so enough to get her through that. Doomtowns. That sounds like something I should remember what that
that's
is.
Nuclear test sites in Nevada. I actually looked this up when you tweeted it at us earlier, Aries. I didn't know this was a thing. I mean, I knew there was nuclear testing in Nevada, but I didn't know it was called Doomtown. If I did, I probably would have used it earlier.
And in New Mexico, too.
Oh, yeah, across the Southwest. So, you know, maybe we might end up using small amounts of that. You know, it's a little bit referenced in, you know, like, the MKCTS program with the facility is, you know, kind of an extension of those old Manhattan Project type government facilities out there. But yeah, haven't really, I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, you know, maybe nuclear testing and radiation is quite horrifying in and of itself. So.
I tried to watch Chernobyl and I had to stop in the first episode because I was like getting a panic attack. That stuff is genuinely very, very fucking scary to me. And normally I can watch kind of anything, so
I'll need to give it a watch then.
It's very good. It was
I mean, I've heard people described as cosmic horror without, you know, actual.
It basically is. Radiation poisoning is fucking horrifying. Yeah, exactly. It's too real. It's too real. I don't want to know everything that there is to know about that.
Yeah,
honestly.
mushroom body horror is, you know, terrifying, but there is a, you know, it's not that real.
Yeah, it's more in the fiction realm.
All right. Any other questions? Yeah, obviously we're going strange places for season 3, but yeah, it's very exciting. Let's see.
What was y'all's favorite part of the finale? Honestly, Ren. Ren is my favorite part of the finale. Yep, I love that they're back. I love that there's more Ren coming. Yeah, it's just exciting. It brought this whole new energy that was like really fun to play with.
Yeah, I think you kind of stole my answer a little bit. Okay. I just loved everything to do with, you know, I wish, you know, we had to keep Ren kind of in the background on this season. Just because of the way it was structured and, you know, the role Ren would play. We're definitely going to get more of him in season 3, but
that was fun. Yeah, I did an imitation of Sam Taylor playing Ren in the table read. It was fun.
Nice. But besides that, God, what was fun? In terms of sound design, I am really, really proud of how that the liquid nitrogen sequence turned out, because I was a bit worried about how I was going to make that work.
Yeah, thank you for screaming for us, Ezra. I didn't know it ran up against your dysphoria.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry about that. We won't make you scream again unless you pretty please ask us to. Yeah, what's the fun, dumb question, Aries? Kill me.
We love fun, dumb questions.
Too. What was the device Ren used? Yeah, like liquid nitrogen, right?
Yeah, it was just basically a compressed liquid nitrogen tank with some kind of spray nozzle device attached to it. You know, nothing too fancy, basically repurposed lab equipment. The forbidden ship.
All of your favorite characters are coming back. You enjoy astrology. Do you know all the characters' sun signs? I do not. I remember looking at their birthdays one time and noticing that there were a lot of them born in March and a lot of them born in September. More of them together than usual, than you would usually see. I haven't personally looked into astrology for the characters because I know that when Trevor wrote out those birthdays, like, Trevor doesn't really pay attention to astrology. So I didn't want to put things into it that weren't meant to be there for the characters. I'd rather just absorb it from our conversations and listening to the episodes and stuff. So, but good question.
Yeah. Also, Shay, Aries, yeah, the No Country for Old Men gun, that is kind of what I visually picture as well. Roughly, not quite as deadly as that. Well, to humans it probably would be, but, that is kind of a good visual comparison to what I was picturing in my head.
Aries, do you have headcanons? I think Trevor put down that Kate's birthday was sometime in September. That could be completely wrong. I read her as a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. There's some good ones out there. Yeah, I think she's definitely the parent of the group and analytical and organized and all that good stuff. Family and friends are important to her. Yeah, connected, earthy, whatever. That is my only astrology character headcanon. Kate's yeah, everyone agrees that Kate's Virgo.
And I don't know what that means, so sure.
We have that in common.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Bill does feel like a Leo. You're right. Yeah, unintentionally you did put some characters' birthdays where it would, astrologically it makes sense. Sometimes there's just vibes to different months, So
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Ned is a Virgo. I remember that one. That's the only one that I remember for certain. I remember that Ned is a Virgo, and that makes me laugh
on the day,
fucking ass off.
The day that he was birthed out of the tar.
Yeah, 1,000-year-old Virgo. He's had some time.
Oh my god. Yep. And that is literally the most random date, But yeah.
He lies and tells people he's a Scorpio. He would, yeah.
Well, when you're, stealing identities, you can just say their birthday is, yours.
Mm-hmm. In Paris, he's all, I'm in Pisces.
Oh, God. Too good. All right. I think we're going to wrap up here pretty soon, but if anyone has any burning questions, go ahead and send them in on the chat. And if you think of something that you didn't remember to ask, then you can send it in for our Q&A specials. The links in the description for this video, for the season finale. You can find it other places, but yeah. Are there any plans for more merch? Not at the moment. We haven't had a whole lot of success with developing and selling merch. From a financial perspective, we want to do more merch. We want to, develop more stuff and just create cool stuff for all of you. But it does take quite a bit of time. And if we hire a graphic designer, it does take money that we don't necessarily have in the budget. We're trying to get it figured out, but yeah, no plans at the moment. Mostly because we're focusing on just developing a whole new series, which takes a little bit of time.
Go check out that Tales of the Echowood Kickstarter. I think most of you in the chat have, but check it out in case you haven't. Need a hashtag Team Sheridan shirt or something. Or Sheridan Squad shirt. Sheridan Squad.
That could be fun.
Yeah. Our monster design.
Just a puddle.
Yeah, it'll be a pool of tar with eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a knife coming out.
Yes. Anyway. I've also...
And a cowboy hat.
But yeah, I've tried doing other new designs. I just haven't liked anything we've come up with so far. I've tried like 6 different variations on trying to do a "What would you do to save yourself" shirt, and I've not been happy with any of them.
I keep saying we should partner with Dollar Shave Club and do "What would you do to shave yourself?"
Oh God. If they want to pay us.
What would you do to shave yourself?
I forgot if I asked, but can Ned actually get drunk or inebriated? Not really. He doesn't have a metabolism and nervous system as we understand it. He has kind of emulations of it made out of tar, basically.
I feel like that would take like an Andre the Giant level of alcohol.
Yeah.
To make that happen.
Probably.
Thank you, Clayton, for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
by.
Thank you, Clayton. Thank you for thank you so much for being our Sheridan.
He drinks for the taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
He drinks Everclear for the taste.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, he definitely can pretend to be drunk because again, he is the best liar in the show. But yeah, I don't think he actually gets... So, the moment when he was, this might just be the whiskey talking, that was Ned talking.
I imagine he drinks something absolutely fucked to get drunk, like gasoline. You know what? Probably.
Yeah, it would probably melt a little bit of his tar down. He would, get
a Ned sidecar is like gasoline, Everclear, and then you light it on fire while you chuck it down your throat and you kind of combust a little bit. Only Ned can drink this particular version of the sidecar.
Yeah. Oh, he was absolutely looking for an excuse to flirt with Bill.
Mm-hmm. Isn't everyone?
Yes. Excellent. All right. That's canon.
Wouldn't guess. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay. That's actually even better. That wouldn't stop him.
But is Ned the tar, or is he the thing animating the tar?
Ooh. Yeah. Which part of the broom is he, Trevor? That's the callback to the end of season 1.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a great question. You guys are very smart.
Tars. Well. No, they're both forms of petroleum, aren't they?
Aren't they both like derivatives of crude oil?
Yeah.
Well, that's a question for science to answer.
But Ned cannot get drunk as such.
Yeah. Can he get high?
Again, probably not, because he doesn't.
Not.
I mean, maybe there are things that would affect his chemistry in that way, but.
If he lights himself on fire, is it like a mud wrap for him? Just like getting rid of that.
Just that first layer of tar, just right off.
Yeah. So tar is more sediment. See, I don't know. We're writing about tar all the time, and I've never thought to myself, what is tar made of?
He's just a monster made of goo.
Yeah.
Held together pretty well into the shape of a person.
This is great. This is a good conversation.
Yes.
Ned's definitely done
At least we aren't
cocaine
asking if Ned can reproduce.
casually.
I don't want to talk about that ever again.
I'm sorry I explained tar to hide, so I kind of remember. Perfect.
Ned has definitely done cocaine. Oh, God. Okay.
All right. Good conversation, guys.
And on that note... I think we're going to wrap that up unless anyone sends in a last-minute question.
Just breaks off a smaller, meaner Ned from his main form. I agree. I think that's how that would work, too.
Yeah, probably.
Mini Ned.
But I think that's about all for today. This has been so much fun. So
yes.
Thank you all for joining us, for bearing with our technical glitches. Thank you for listening to our show and for supporting us and for being so excited about this story. It makes all the difference and makes all this hard work worth it. So thank you all, and we will see you very soon. Take care of yourselves and have a good day.
Bye.